Hey, it's Clint from Inside ATV, and today we're going to be talking about my son Ethan's new C-Force 110 CF Moto. Today we got the new CF Moto 110. And we're gonna give you a review on it. I got my son Ethan here with me, but he can't sit still for very long, so he's climbing a tree.
Hello.
So why were we looking for a new four-wheeler for you? We were looking for something that had better brakes and fuel injected. We just can't keep the brakes working on the Outlaw, the drum brakes. This kid loves the mud, and the drum brakes, just every time they go through mud or water, they got to be adjusted and cleaned again. So we were looking for something that could fix two issues, which was fuel injection and good brakes. And that's how we came to the CF Moto, right?
I was also thinking about buying the kids Can-Am.
The Can-Am, yeah.
But
the new Can-Am XXC,
like
yeah, that would be
$2,000.
It also has fuel injection and disc brakes on it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot.
Like $2,000.
It's a lot more money, and you guys are growing so fast. You're growing out of these machines pretty quick.
Hey, Alan's good. My other four-wheeler was just a 90. It's only bigger because it has
We put bigger tires on it. It is a little bit of a bigger platform, the 90 Outlaw.
Yeah, if we put
and
those
the Raptor.
Tires,
we have a Raptor
if
too.
we put those new tires from my old four-wheeler
Yep.
onto this one and then get new front tires, I think it'll be like my other one.
Yeah, probably will. Okay, so like we mentioned, we were looking at this new CF Moto 110 because it's got four-wheel disc brakes and it's got the one solid rear axle, so it gives it four-wheel disc brakes. And that is a huge difference for us, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You can ride in the mud and they're hydraulic. There's no adjustment. Disc brakes should come on every kid's machine, right?
Mm-hmm. And also we got a discount, so we actually got the screen, but the screen was supposed to cost an extra $1,000.
Yep.
But we got it for the exact same price.
Yeah, they really hooked us up there, didn't they?
And it tells how fast you go, if you're in forwards, neutral, reverse. And
Tells you your gas.
It also tells you your gas.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a really big fan of having the screen, eh?
Yeah, and it also tells you, like, if you start it like all up like this.
Yep.
It starts at 0 because I have 0 kilometers.
Yeah. For this trip. But
Yeah.
But when you shut the key off,
So if I shut the key off,
and you turn the key back on.
just turn it on.
Yep.
It says this, but then it goes.
There's your total, right?
That's my total.
Your odometer.
80.6.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you just like racking up as many kilometers as possible, right?
It's kind of fun.
Kind of fun, yeah. All right, Ethan, let's give us a cold start on this.
And we also made it a little wider. So.
Yeah, we did. The only thing we've done to this now is we've taken out the spark arrestor, the little screen in the muffler. And we did that, one, because he thinks it's cool, and two, these kids are ripping around our property, and I really like it when I can hear their four-wheelers running. So we took that out, and it's a lot louder. It actually sounds great without it, and I can hear them a lot better when they're out riding through the fields. Top speed, what's been your top speed on this, Ethan?
If I go full throttle.
Yep.
The thing about it, if you go full throttle,
Yeah.
it doesn't go super fast. It actually slows down a little more. But the fastest as it can go is, I've gone about fastest 44 miles per hour.
Kilometers an hour.
Kilometers.
So you hit 44 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure if that's what its top speed is supposed to be. But what is...
I was doing it full throttle.
You're going full throttle. But what is the one thing that's a bit of a problem is that it doesn't have a lot of get up and go right away. The low end torque
like,
with these
if I
gears.
go like full throttle right away, it doesn't accelerate. It feels like it only goes like 3 kilometers per hour if I just full throttle.
Yeah.
But
So this machine has a nice top speed, 44, 45 kilometers an hour, but the low end torque is not there. And I know that MST makes a gear kit. We've already ordered it for it. It's geared a lot higher than it needs to be, we found. Yeah, turn that off. Thanks, buddy. You want to have power for burnouts. You want to have that low end torque. We're going to put a little bit more aggressive tires on it for you, right? Yeah. So you can go through the mud better. So we're definitely going to have to change the gears on it.
And there's also some changes, like on my old one, this used to be a switch.
Yeah.
And then there's lights.
Yeah, the lights are super cool on it.
There's also
a horn.
A horn.
Yep. And you got one hand brake up here, and you really like that it has a foot brake too, right?
And also, if you come over here, yep, you can see on the screen a little engine. If I turn this like that, you can't see it anymore because I turned this off. But then I turn it like this. And this is supposed to go
That's your tether, right? That's a magnet.
So if you...
So it won't start if that tether's off, right?
Yeah, and you know it's off if this little red thing is showing here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But then you just put it back on.
Yep.
Then you're good to go.
Good to go. All right. So what's your favorite thing about this four-wheeler so far?
Favorite thing, maybe the brakes.
The brakes are fantastic. Nice hydraulic brake. Here's the reservoir for the hydraulic brakes. Parking brake works great. And after not having brakes for a while, you really appreciate good disc brakes, eh?
Yeah, and also if you're planning to get this, just something you should know, when you're going from, like, say, going from forward to reverse.
Yep.
You should hit the foot brake while you're shifting.
Yeah, you really got to make sure it's in gear.
Or else that little noise will happen.
Yeah.
Like,
there is some adjustment on the shifter. I don't know if that's what this one needs, but the odd time when you're shifting back to forward, it'll grind a bit unless you have your foot on the brake, you shift it, and then Ethan, does it show your gear on your dash?
Yeah.
Once it shows the gear on the dash, it doesn't grind or anything, right?
Yeah, because sometimes what happens to me,
yep,
I switch it to reverse,
yep,
but it just shows the line. Sometimes I hit the throttle a little to go backwards,
yep,
and then it's okay and it just shows the R.
Yep.
But when I'm in forward,
yep,
and I try to go a little with the line, that thing will happen. It'll just go all messed up, like your chain is just going.
Yeah, no, you got to make sure it's in gear right all the time.
Yeah.
So overall, Ethan, how's the CF Moto been so far? You've had it for about a full week now. How many kilometers you put on it?
80.6.
80.6 kilometers already. Do you love it?
Yeah.
Are you happy you got it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What do you want to make better on it?
Okay. More powerful, tires better, yeah.
You want to put bigger tires on it. We need to give it some more torque. And other than that, it's the best, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And
pretty
it took
good.
us a lot of tries to actually make it go like 40, because other than that, it only went like 23 or 24.
Okay, well, let's talk about that some more then. So when we first got it, we couldn't get the key fob to link to the machine, right?
Yeah, so we tried.
So we've tried a bunch. We know the key fob.
And then we went back because we thought we got the wrong code.
So we watched another video and they said that the QR code on the fob was supposed to match the QR code on the machine. And what we found was our QR code on our machine here didn't match the QR code that came with our fob. And we had a heck of a time trying to get that QR code or that fob to link up to your machine. And when the fob had never been linked to it before, it was stuck in a governed mode. It would only do how fast, Ethan?
It would go like 23 sometimes. It would go 24.
It would only do about 23.
But once I hit 24, it went slow.
It would just bounce off the governor. So we went back, we tried to see if they could help us link it, and we couldn't get it to go.
And you know what I always do? When you're done, I'm like so excited to ride it, because I'm like, I know it didn't work, but there's chances it might work. And then one time you tried it, and I was like, there's still chances this might work. And then it just started working.
So yeah, we had a lot of trouble getting the key fob to link to this machine, and we had thought that maybe because our fob didn't have the matching QR code that the machine had, that we couldn't get it to link. So we called the dealer, and they told us that those key fobs, they don't even ship them with the machines, they get them afterwards, and they didn't have any there that had matching QR codes.
I don't even understand why they do this. Like, why do you even need to get a key fob and connect it? Why don't they just sell it at like that speed?
Yeah, I don't know. Ethan doesn't understand why they would make anything not full speed. But it does have a governor that you can put on it, and if the key fob's not linked to the machine when you get it, then it is going to be stuck in that mode where it's on a governor. It only does about 24 kilometers an hour. So you are supposed to take your key fob. It is a generic key fob. Any of them will work with any machine, but you do need to link that key fob to the four-wheeler. And what you have to do is hit the on button on the key fob. I don't have the key fob on me. Turn the key on, and then push off, on, off, off, and then it is supposed to link to the transmitter that is up under here. We tried for about 2 days and we couldn't get this thing to go. And finally I just started messing around with the key and the combinations on the key fob, and all of a sudden, beep beep, it linked.
Yeah, but then you're trying to figure out how to make it go faster. I don't know what
I thought there was an adjustment in the app to make it go faster, but as soon as we linked that key fob to the machine,
it just goes.
It unlocked it and it was good to go. All right, you ready to show them some riding?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
We should, for now, I'll just ride around like there.
Okay, it's a little wet too, so it's not as burnout-y as it was before.
I've already drifted on it.
Okay, you know how to drift, yeah. What am I talking about?
And sometimes when you wash it,
and
you try to go, it goes slower because you just washed it. Like, that's what happens.
Well, it might need a little dielectric grease on the spark plug wire. We just gave it a good rinse for the video, and then it was missing a little bit. But that's normal, buddy. Did it like nothing, eh? Feel out. All right, so that wraps up our review on the new machine. Once we get those gears, we're gonna, I don't think we need to do an install video, but we'll put the gears in and we'll let you know if it's better, if it's worse, what he thinks of it most importantly. But for now, why don't you fire this thing up and get back out there and ride.